Welcome back to another episode of my Transfer Roundup series, guys. Today is a very interesting one. There's a ton of rumours, including Arsenal. Well, of course, that happens every week. But today's video is brought to you once again by FOTMob. This is where I get most of my transfer information, and it's where you guys should get most of your transfer information. It's a free app to download in the description on Android and iOS. You can pick your favourite team, follow them and get all the latest news, fixtures, results, and of course transfer news. They have a dedicated tab for transfers, and today we're going to be talking about quite a few that are actually in this list, so I'm not going to scroll down. But it's a fantastic app. I absolutely love using it, and I really recommend you get it as well. It sends you push notifications, so it keeps you in the loop permanently 24/7. Of course, you can customize those notifications as well. Make sure you follow your favorite team though, because especially if you and your friends all support a team, you can be the one that has all the latest information, and it's all right at your fingertips. So make sure you download it for free in the description. Thank you to FOTMob for sponsoring this video once again. And now let's talk about Koscielny. I just don't know how I feel about this. He's linked with a move away. LYON seems to be the likely destination. I feel like, yes, it's time, but also I'm just not ready for it. Koscielny has been such a great player for us. A truly underrated signing, one of the best in recent history in the Premier League, if you ask me. I mean, he came from nowhere, and he was quite literally one of the best defenders in the Premier League for a short space of time. I would say even now he is one of Arsenal's best defenders, but he's just old now. Unfortunately, he's so injury prone. He's not viable anymore, especially if we want to get back in the Champions League. So I think he's going to go to France. It seems like Lyon is the destination, but I'm going to really miss him. Laurent Koscielny has been a true servant. He is, to me, an Arsenal legend, and I will really, really miss him. But it's time to go. Also linked with a move away is Hector Bellerin, who of course has been injured for a long time now. He's working really hard in rehab, trying to get fit. And actually, if you don't know, he's got a YouTube channel. He actually uploads vlogs and things like that. They're not very often, but when he does, they're always fascinating to see what he gets up to. Of course, he's very big on fashion. He's very open on social media about problems around the world. And, you know, that's great. But on the pitch, is Bellerin truly good enough to be an Arsenal right-back? Well, the answer is yes, he is. And we absolutely need to keep hold of him. We've really missed him since he got injured, although Maitland-Niles did a great job. Lichtsteiner, not so much. But he has been linked away with a move to Atletico Madrid. They, of course, have lost a lot of defenders, including Juanfran. But please, Bellerin, stay, at least for the foreseeable future. You're still young, and you've still got so much potential. You really do, and I think he will be Arsenal's right-back for many years to come. Do not sell. Moving on now to our rivals, Spurs. They are heavily linked at the moment to Bruno Fernandes, who of course has been linked with Manchester United, Manchester City. I think Barcelona were rumoured to be looking in. Bayern, I think, we're looking at him. He is a hot prospect. I think he scored a ridiculous amount of goals last season from midfield, and a lot of clubs want him. No surprise, really. However, the reason this, I think, is a big thing, if you know, over the weeks, I've been talking about Eriksen potentially moving away from Tottenham. It hasn't actually come up recently, so I don't know what's going on there. But if Eriksen leaves Tottenham and goes to Real Madrid, which is where he was originally linked, he could be the replacement for Eriksen, couldn't he? He plays a very similar position. They're quite similar players, attacking midfielders with really good creativity, passing, and he reads the game really well. So I think there could be something in this. But again, you're looking at around 60 million plus, and Spurs just don't sign players. They haven't signed players in quite some time. But Bruno Fernandes is definitely on the move. There's no doubt about it. I think we will be seeing him in a new colour next season. I don't think he's going to be staying at Sporting. Either of those teams will be very, very lucky to get this guy. Now, let's talk about Man City again, because they have apparently paid a £63 million, €70 million release clause for Atletico Madrid's Rodri. Now, he is a Pep player. He really is. He is a Busquets, almost Busquets. I wouldn't say he's quite on that level yet, but maybe has the potential to be that type of player. You know, that tall, physical, great first touch, deep-lying playmaker type of player. And I really do feel like Rodri would be fantastic underneath Pep Guardiola. So Man City really wants him. I think they've said multiple times now, Pep has said it himself, that Fernandinho can't play every game anymore. He's a little bit old now. and they need someone to come in and reinforce that role. And honestly, I can see Rodri being absolutely incredible at City. It looks like this could be completed very, very soon, and it's very interesting because there's one reason why I think this is absolutely going to happen, and that is because I think Atletico Madrid have already signed his replacement. This is Marcos Llorente, Real Madrid player, soon to be Atletico Madrid player. He's joining on the 1st of July. It is official, £27 million, just over 30 million euros, centre defensive midfielder. I mean, it's pretty clear to me they know Rodri's going, whether it's going to be tomorrow, in a week, whatever it may be. It might be that Rodri, obviously with a release clause, when they pay the money, they can then just talk to the player. It doesn't mean that Rodri wants to go to City, but come on, they must be thinking it too. He's going to want to go. You know, Man City, Pep Guardiola, 2 times Premier League champions in a row, like they're a good team and he's probably going to go. So they've gone and jumped into the market and they've replaced him with another Spanish player that plays in the same position from their rivals, Real Madrid. It's pretty incredible they've got this deal done. And actually, I would say 27 million in today's market is not so bad. He looks like he could be a very good player. Not the same caliber of player, but has the potential to become as good as Rodri for sure. Now, this one just annoys me. I'm just going to say it. It really annoys me. I can't believe that we've let a player of Ospina's quality go for pennies. Fair enough, we brought in Leno. We had Petr Cech, Emi Martinez, 3 goalkeepers that could do well. We let Martinez go out on loan to, was it Reading? And then we let Napoli take Ospina on loan with an obligation to buy after 25 appearances, I think it was, for €4 million or something close to that. €4 million for a player of his quality. Colombian international. He's been at Arsenal for ages. Okay, now, at the time, I didn't think too much of it. I thought, do you know what? Cech will leave at the end of this season. We all knew he was going to retire very soon, right? And we'll replace him with a new backup that can then play behind Leno. Now we know the plan is potentially to have Emi Martinez as the backup to Leno because, oh yeah, Arsenal don't have any money, somehow. So we've let our potential fantastic backup goalkeeper to Leno go for pennies. Pennies! In this market, he's worth double that. Napoli, right, they played him 24 times. They purposely avoided playing him that 25th game, which would have forced the obligation to buy clause in the contract, because they weren't 100% sure, but they've gone ahead and done it anyway. This just blows my mind. You're telling me that a club like Liverpool would have done this? I use Liverpool as an example because they are incredible at selling players for 4 or 5 times their value. Solanke, did you see how much he went for? Absolutely crazy. And it blows my mind that Arsenal can be so incompetent. Actually, no, it doesn't blow my mind. I've come to expect it. I really have. So Ospina's gone to Napoli. It is official. £3.15 million. And we're potentially going to be stuck with Leno as our main keeper, which is fine, and Emi Martinez as our backup. You're telling me if Leno picks up an injury, we're going to be playing with Emi Martinez, who looks like he is okay. Okay, he's improved. He was on loan at Reading. He did okay, but Ospina would have been brilliant. Ospina would have been the perfect backup, and we've got £3.15 million. Well done. Good job, Arsenal. Big fan of this guy, Politano. On loan at Inter, now permanent at Inter, £18 million. I mean, again, I've said it before, and I've said it in this episode. In today's market, that is an incredible signing. Politano was, I think, one of Inter's best players last season. And to get him permanently for £18 million is very, very good business. He could get into a lot of the top European sides, I think, and he's a different type of winger. There's something about this guy. I think he's got something very different, and he really gives Inter a different edge to their attack. Down that right side or drifting inside and playing behind the striker. Really, really good signing. I think Sassuolo not doing great there. They probably could have got a lot more for him, but another deal in Italy goes down where you're just like, really? For that kind of money? It's done though. He is now officially a permanent Inter player. And now for the biggest transfer of the week, we have Bayern selling Hummels back to Dortmund. He's going back to, well, actually no, he started at Bayern, he went to Dortmund, then he went to Bayern, and now he's back to Dortmund. It's pretty crazy, but I'm so excited to see this happen. I think Dortmund have done a really good job to get him for less than 30 million. Even though he's 30 years old now, I think Hummels still has many years ahead of him. And this is very, very exciting. Of course, Bayern have a few players coming in like Pavard. They've also got Hernandez coming in. I think that's why they've let Hummels go. But Dortmund, great job. Really excited to see him back at Dortmund. And that brings this video to an end. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy these transfer roundup videos. I really enjoy making them. Thank you again to FOTMob for sponsoring it. And I will see you for another episode shortly.